go, I chill. Patch, don't tell her, don't. If it's a Sarkodie and show you can be, brass, it was 6 months. I quite say, and same baby, a man, Salman and Crabby Cotton can, and so many for the Salman and wow himself, or we sending this time, Diana, a year to maybe no so more say, Sanya man no ya on Beckham, Tino, or yes, Sanya man in Yaji, Tianque. Now, hit FM, so yes, I could be the cooker. So free Senegal, so free him, bra. Also can ask him says, and I dear crassack beat me. Okaso yana, my musamu. Now, Ayana, Murafi say, I then sack in one a. We don't know one a. Maybe bio my jumka, come a video on me be. Ayano munya privilege, baby son, what you almost say, Umuni Yansan, Yamunya butre. What you say, if you are, may come in same announce why they what if the first time I have a family, don't look at the universe. They be on common I do, and then you see nobody in our movie. Was uncommon, Peche, young queen. Don't look in the universe. Facebook, Google, for me. Don't tell TV. I want me boy life, me life play. YouTube, the don't tell. I want to say, me post to don't want more. At a be a man, I am at work, my YouTube. TikTok, I don't tell one. Instagram, the underscore don't tell. TikTok wants me can't be buying come near Kusu Dubai. More program become any fear of being fennel. Hala Dubai. Ya koso na watch ebe kan asem ni nyina ya kire ya dwate Sunday bia so me kanya me asem what I say Sunday ya we TikTok what ebe chew preaching pastor Tilo abu akuku on za de what don oni ji unso so bedu ba dia mepe obati esu bia ba ko airport ya na ho de ndien obi ayi university hwan jai don't tell me side the odi bi ni ho me save wasan save Ghana passport say na me no me ma 2 months story visa na ma ticket Obabi do no menya adwuma ma order nti me fa free airport am do ba kwa adwuma na accommodation straight in case menya adwuma ma me am rent be mo atena for like a day or two na fi just come agent form adwuma na ma yiwo free ho e do kwa adwuma na accommodation ma we say 2 months visa na person dey na adwuma na yon krata ma then you grow from there. There's growth in UAE, I'm telling you, full of opportunities. You know how to read and write graduate. What I say yes I'm reno yon konen kuti until unsume pharmacy remote no
achieve the same thing.
But Sarkodie isn't doing this alone, he's doing with other people. So if the government partners in any way, and then
Sarkodie doing his event will have his model, will have his direction, will have his plan and how he wants his program to go. If government comes in, government will equally have a say in how the activities will go.
The government know their own.
If you are bringing government into a lot of conversation, let's look at the
it's negotiable.
It's good. You made your final point you made about being delusional. I want to be delusional to their Sarkodie. He cannot feel the O2.
Huh?
I want to be delusional.
He can't feel.
He can't feel it. I want to be delusional. I want to be delusional.
Within a year?
Within a year. I want to be delusional.
4 months?
You use that word, right?
Yeah.
I want to be delusional.
You'll be delusional to say Sarkodie.
I'm daring. I'm daring.
No. He's an
the point that they can say TT.
Even with that 1 year, what do you call it? Time he has bought for himself to advertise and market, he will not be able to fill the room.
Why do you think so?
Let's not pretend we don't know people have cancelled shows at the O2 Arena.
And so what?
So?
Now, I'm making a point.
Yeah.
Let's not
What
pretend
point?
people have not cancelled shows because of low patronage. We have artists who have cancelled their shows after almost 18 months of advertisement to market their ticket and all that, and still have to cancel because they couldn't get the number they wanted.
No. Why do you think Sarkodie can't get the numbers?
And because, look, there is this issue about blacks, or let me say literally Ghanaians in the diaspora who don't attend events.
We know that.
There is this fever there already.
We know.
And we've had artists like Family himself complaining about this thing.
Obi ordinary compare except Family himself. Family yes be made disrespecting on say any dependent sack. It's family ko no complaining about shoes and no to me for me and no mekasa. One common avenue dino. Na baby a sad boy no family be to mabobi. Onuru ho. It be papa bi na fan compare sack. Ni emfa bibia anto nchen. Show ya sack ko yi. Say yes sack anaye. Say no no nko na bae. It be bad because of a fear. It be bad because of King Promise. It be bad because of Purple Flag. A lot of people. Bubo mudin. One more. Or sign introduce Nigerian artists and music and flavor. So some Nigerians will be there. Yeah. It's a bus or any OPM. Ubituma for the video. Ubituma for Benna Boy. What about that? And Nigeria ni be any budget class S6 match. What do you want, sir? enya afi na asa beda no no abeka say ai o sisi ere wafa artist agusu no we no nko ane boy ana na artist ni so don ya munyi nko akire ya munyi nko akire negative no it saka anya na ayede saka ti say amanfoji ekoji ho so omu yishu na o ma cancel because o manya yes it happens we all know it but ebi mu so jima ne ba eno so ada ne yanwi say ye jima ye na bam ne ya dwen semam ene ye ntumi nye bida if you start your saki and call 2800 if you've forgotten make I and sana sishata wole move every maibi meboa saki and say wako 5000 plus so when you feel say o ni pay go or artist you first tomboy atoso or first shata wala atoso or fa can promise wafa brasheri bobo kidi we have a law Jackie bobo Emma ni wine when this a law eno kwa enye bibi eno Ghana ni bia o pula no de Nigeria ni ba kure kura so ma wa fili awie o event organizer uniska nti wo kasa keke onye event organizer ni betuma organize dem say wa twi Nigeria market na ba it's a 6 match which Nigeria ni bia nim Ghana Independence Day Nigeria ni bia nim na sak yewe we da so Nigeria ni atibia would love to be there and it would be amazing. Oya anya sak na na aye no enye rap na rap alcoholic enye no anu asa aye no ana meboa enye no anu aye no don on say girl bi na why sa chenchena no a okotena Salima ho no wanti asem ka on say Kumasi de no Shatawale na yeye look at this one Jimse bi okan Shatawale was on board sana artist bi on board omo fans omo ba ana artist be na wa woni fan TV and say we fan no show no mi say na ati ofidi no obeba. Stop this negativity. Why? Stop it. Aye kura say Sarkodie nya da vim so o move that ahead. I need the support no o ba twetwe ansa ye nim say negative wo but we don't think about it. Mo form negativity ni ntina ba bi Nigeria for the start year omo nko na ye omo for form Nigeria for the start nya ba ko for no ye na say kura say say ke wo ai omo no nguso na ti wo mu nyina nguso bi ti wo big act or a small at an hour big at me so na ti wo mu nyina acheke na ti wo mu nyina nguso don kasa ne doso so energy negative no positive no because sak ye na say atibi o de beto ho na mba beka oh odi akowe tu ntina o fele ye sa na mo ba beka ebi na okoye Kumasi bia mo kan it sak ofa obi kura to so bi na oya sa na mo beka enso mu nyina o mo ye o mo de obi to so atibi en ho wiase a o so obosho ono nko na eboa obi amobi there will be artists on the board onyom sen kura na o the artist wo be home na obi so be perform bi meboa wana so Bena boy na say whiskey da na say Davido no so otu ono nko na gina mu boy na atibi ani so mo kan kire me mummina na mo kan kire me Bena boy na say wan no so oje otu ari na ho ono nko Bena boy nko na to nyom sa obi anka ho tell me here whiskey so oje ono nko na to nyom sa tell me here omunyina o man fa artist so na artist kan and to Ghana there say Sarkodie so ye no kofa Bena boy betu say oh Bena boy na ofa na ama na nko ntumi nye this sadwin we free bomb artist ono nko akogina otu ho na obi anka ho boni din to achro no din to amamewe so mo be kasa bibri ade ya Shatawale ntina otumi feeling Kumasi no aba your artist ko manya ko am performing and see your artist umanya perform big artists umanya ko performing don't kasa beni sad kasa bini munyim free wo Sarkodie can do it or yeni Jeff kura to Ghana at 70 Sarkodie feel O2 arena me can't na one body etine to Ghana at what 70 Sarkodie feel O2 arena believe it or leave it one phone ye chinye or artist obetumi di o maguso a ebebo dim otu whiskey pe eko whiskey nje na dime na me ka kire wo ebe fe kura keke whiskey beba kura nipa beba ma na tia obenya sponsors so ofa mo tia ama whiskey ska obeje whiskey beba beda so Jeffy Davido betuma da so Jeffy Bena bo betuma da so Jeffy eye 6 match ntino omo be steady so omo nhwe or GBB bebrebi because it will be a lot of fun. Stop this your negative man. Yeah, feeling O2 arena come next year and 6 match and yeah feel Ghana at 70 year feel up one chance we both see napa